What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. This is going to be an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus reading. So eat the meat, spit out the bone, take what resonate, and leave the rest behind. Alright, guys. So before we get started with this reading, let's pull some oracle cards just to see what we got going on today. What's the message that you need to hear? Remember that these are all timeless messages, even though this is being recorded on the 14th, uploaded on the 15th of January. When this finds you, this is for you. Alright. Okay, we got running. So someone here could be in a running, chasing dynamic, or simply someone here is running, I don't know, maybe you're trying to get back in shape, maybe you're trying to just increase your running speed, stamina, or this could also be indicative of someone running from something in their mind, perhaps. You could have some issues, or someone here could be running from an avoidant, or you could have an avoidant running from you. Okay, so someone here could be going through carless. No car issues, repo. Be careful with that, if that applies to you. I know I need to get my oil changed. You know, this could also be someone who is maybe feeling stuck, feeling like they have like no transportation, no way of getting out of a situation. So, you know, I'm learning to not take everything that these cards say to be so literal. Spirit often speaks in like metaphors, riddles, things like that, and it wants us to be more abstract. So don't always take things that come out to be so literal. Maybe that's something that you're working on as well. Ooh, and a dirty offer. Okay, so this is pretty plain to me. So just be careful of bad investments, wolves in sheep clothing at the bottom of the deck here. So there totally could be this dynamic here where I'm gonna take one more, but I think that there could just be careful not to get yourself involved in like a bad loan here. Maybe let's say your car breaks down and you have to go buy a new car. Make sure that you get a good deal. Yeah, cyberbullying. So someone here is being bullied online, or they've suffered from it. And at the bottom of the deck here is unbothered. Someone here could be someone could be very envious of the things that you have, is what I just picked up on. You could have a very envious, monitoring spirit. You know, maybe you justice here and the Ace of Swords here. I feel like whatever you got coming towards you, it's justice. You've been someone who has been diligent. It seems like you've been doing the things like, I just want you to protect yourself and protect the things that you tell other people at this time. 333 on the clock. So just be very mindful of who you are surrounding yourself with, the things you're telling people. Not everyone here may, you know, it's funny though, because I feel like some people may think that you are shady, but in fact, you're just very honest and you're very kind of like removed in some way. Like you have a lot of shit going on possibly, and you just really, you've always held space for other people, and now you need to hold space for yourself, and that means putting your needs first. So people could be having a difficult time with that. Bring love into the situation here. So just be mindful, you know, adjustments are required and a win-win outcome in forecast here. New moon Aquarius, so that's going to be sometime, I think February 18th is the new moon. I'm going to get the new moon, the full moon calendar. I'm going to put it up here somewhere. So let's get back, let's pull some tarot cards, okay? But I feel like, you know, just be very mindful of what you say and where you are heading. All right, Aries. Let's see, the Empress in reverse. Yeah, you've been drained. You've been feeling drained. You've been feeling very fatigued, almost. Like a sense of spiritual vampirism here. Someone has draining your life force, your energy, your sacral energy. Let's say Death card here. Transformation needs to happen here. You're undergoing a transformation. And I think that's what's draining you. Is like you are in this cocoon, right? And you're almost ready to pop out as the butterfly, right? And you know, maybe your life, you know, people have treated you more like a worm instead of a caterpillar, right? They kind of look the same, but they're not. So maybe people have confused you. Maybe you are a very unique kind of caterpillar. Maybe you look more like, or maybe you haven't always been someone who put a lot of value into like your appearance, or, you know, not that you're like a unattractive looking person, but maybe you're just not someone like me where I'm not big on like, you know, keeping myself like super, I don't like that like perfect, like that super like prim, proper, cutesy, like I don't like that. I like to be a little more rugged, a little more lived in, you know, like that whole like super crisp, straight, like all that shit just looks ugly to me. It looks like you're trying too hard, like it just gives me like little dick energy. I do not like that super polished, perfect. Like, you's a man. Like, why are you trying to? I don't know. Just not me. Just not for me. Not for me. Everyone has their own thing. Maybe you're someone who's just like, you're a little more, you know, maybe a more tomboyish, or you don't have no problem just putting on, you know, a head wrap or something. Like maybe like not a bonnet per se, but like a head wrap, and you just go out in athletic leisure and you go to the store. You do your business. You know what I mean? You're not trying to be all done up to go to the fucking grocery store. You don't need to be in the office dressed down and you fucking making $15 an hour. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, like, you might have priorities that transcend the physical aesthetics. And not even just when it comes to you. Like, you know, I know people who, like, why are you driving a Mercedes when you make $12 an hour? All your money is going towards your car. All your money is going to trying to look nice. You know, faking it until you making it. But you bitches, some of these bitches forgot to make it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not caught up in that cycle here. And this Empress in reverse, you're someone who gives a lot and you don't expect much. And I feel like that needs to change. The Two of Pentacles, yeah, because it's been imbalanced here. You've given way more than you've received. You focused so much on maybe one part of your life, but you haven't really focused or balanced like the energy between like the spiritual and the material, you know, giving and receiving, and also knowing what's yours to hold and what's someone else's to take care of. You know, you may tend to, even unprovoked, put yourself in other people's situations here. Like, someone could just be explaining a problem and they're not even looking for help, and you're like, oh, well, I got you, I could do this, I could do that. You know, you like volunteer yourself, and it's a way of like making sure that people know that you care and love them, which is admirable, right? Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be there for your friends and loved ones, but sometimes I feel like there could be a bit of resentment when that's not reciprocated. But you have to ask yourself, did they ask me to do that, or did I volunteer to do that? Because if you volunteer to do something here, then you really shouldn't be expecting anything back. Now, if you do get something back, then that's wonderful. That's awesome. Reciprocity is, you know, it's a sign of mutual respect and love for one another, right? If someone just comes over to your house every day and they ain't got shit to offer you, then they're just a user. You know what I mean? Like, someone is just, you know. But when someone wants to collaborate, they're going to come to the table correctly here. And the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You're tired. I feel like you're really tired. You're really drained. Your work has been slacking off a little bit lately with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you are very fatigued. You are very, like, needing of a break, needing of a windfall, you know. And, like, I just feel like there's just been a lot of, ooh, okay, I like this. The Chariot and the High Priestess here. Ooh, with the King of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so you got some shit coming towards you, right? You really are. You're stepping into this chariot in the high priestess energy here, where you are going to be uplifted here in like this very public, very I don't want to say superficial, but you know, like you're going to be recognized for some really good stuff here. Maybe you are a someone here who has spiritual high ranking and authority here. Maybe you're going to be seen as someone who is, you know, oh, you know, you can talk to Aries. Aries is a good listener. Aries is really good at, you know, understanding problems. And maybe someone here is a reader or they have intuitive gifts. You're going to be using your gifts as well to kind of help people here. You could be someone who is very tapped in. You are very divinely guided, influenced, righteously so. You have good discernment here. You're someone who has a very good sense of character. This King of Cups and the Six of Pentacles here, I feel like this is also a masculine energy that wants to have a equal give and take relationship with you. Like this is someone here who is a business partner slash lover kind of energy here. This is someone here who has your best interest in mind as well as their own. This isn't someone here who wants to take from you. This is someone who wants to build with you. And this person here is going to help you understand, like, you know, don't work with them. They're not good for you. They talk shit behind your back. You know, this is someone who has your back, okay? This is someone you could trust. And this is also someone who has emotional intelligence as well as their own set of spiritual discernment, and they just really love and protect the people around them. This is very good, like big bro, you know, good dad vibes. You know, this is someone here who is very, very kind-hearted. I love the King of Cups. The King of Cups is my favorite cup, probably because I'm a Pisces, and that's also my signifier. But also, you know, this is someone who, they love hard, and they are very protective. They can be a little... When they get a little too, you know, they can get a little rah-rah, you know, they don't play about theirs. They don't play about their people. And like, you know, as they should. And, you know, you need someone like that. Especially now, you could be facing a lot of spiritual, I don't want to say backlash or warfare, but like I've been feeling this energy lately myself with this, I don't want to say like attack energy kind of, but like, just feeling unnecessary delays. Like things have just not been the same recently. And you know, trying to act unbothered. Definition abuser right behind that card. So maybe somebody here is entertaining some things that they need to quit. As well. I saw 1313. Time for a transformation. So, let's keep pulling some cards. 13, death. There we go. Yeah, so there was time for a transformation. I just called it. So you are undergoing transformations here. Like there is something here that you are putting to rest. There is something here that is done, finito, over with. I think it is a belief within yourself, this defensiveness, the Fool in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse. I'm feeling like, you know, ooh, my right ear is. You're about to step into something, and it's very sacred to you. And maybe there's been a fear of like it not coming together, it not working out. I feel like you need to release that because that's what's keeping it from coming towards you, is this fear of it not coming. Well, if I say something to people, then it's gonna, you know, impact it. And I'm like, you need to keep your things. You just need to trust in yourself, okay? Trust more in yourself, believe more in yourself, put more of yourself into the things that you want to manifest. Not out of fear of it not happening, but out of this is just good practice for what's going to happen in the future. When I do take off, whenever I do get, you know, this career, this whatever it is, what are the attributes that I need to embody? What are the habits that I need to have? Like, you know, if let's say you want to be really successful in your career, you know, can you sit around and just like watch TV and, you know, eat and do shit all day? Or you're going to have to really take the time to really focus and build your brand. You know what I mean? Like, I can sit here and make 3 videos a day and complain about not getting any views and shit, but like, if I'm not working on my website, if I'm not working on making better thumbnails, making better quality videos, changing my format, picking what's going to, you know, doing what's already working and keeping expanding on that, you know. So 4 of Cups, you have blessings here that you need to recognize. With this 4 of Cups here, you may not be seeing the full picture, and it's not like in I don't want to feel like ungrateful, but it's unrecognizing. It's, you need to recognize that you have more protection and you have more going for you than you may realize. You may not see it all right now. Some of it may be hidden for, you know, your its own good, because you may tend to be a little self-sabotagey like me. So sometimes I feel like Spirit has to kind of like breadcrumb you a little bit, because like the overwhelming truth of like, oh yeah, you're going to be, you know, blah, 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 may overwhelm you. You know what I mean? It's like, don't tell them that they're about to come into, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars, because they're going to go around and tell everybody, and then by the time they get to it, it's just going to be a couple thousand, because then mama done pinched off this much, daddy done pinched this off, big bro, little bro, cousin done pinched off this, and by the time you get there, you're like, damn, all I got is, you know, it's like you go to a store, right? And you was only going to get a few things, right? But then you started seeing all these sales, quote, sales. All of a sudden now your cart is full, and you didn't spend you was only going to spend $50, you didn't spend $250. Well, you know, so-and-so could use this, and you know, so-and-so man do need a new coat. Oh, and you know what, little mama, they need da-da-da-da-da. Oh, and then I need to get this. Da-da-da. Oh, and Father's Day around the corner. Let me go ahead and grab this for Daddy real quick. Oh, and then mama birthday here. By the time you get it, did you even get the fuck you came there to give for yourself? You know what I mean? Like, you have such a giving heart. I just saw 1717, star-ass energy. Like, you are a star. Like, you, in every sense of the way, like, you provide light to a world when it's dark, you know, and you're always there. The stars are still out there in the daytime, bitch. Like, you can still, like, I always have to remember, like, that is such a cool phrase. Like, the stars are out there even in the daytime, even when you can't see it, even when our own star, the sun, is, you know, outshining it, right? The stars are still there. Ain't moved a bit. Even when the sun is out, the stars are still in the sky. It's just being blinded by the sun, you know. That's our closest. But at night, when the sun goes down, people look up to you. So you could be the hope in darkness for a lot of people. And I think that's very powerful. Because being the sun, having everyone depend on you for warmth and light all the time, that's probably draining. That's the Empress energy. It feels nice to be, you know, loved and doted. And here's the World card here. You have completed this cycle of trying to please everybody. You know, this has been something that you have worked on, confirmation ring, your entire life. You've always been there for other people. You've always been a friend that could help people overcome situations here. And, you know, I feel like sometimes, now this is not going to resonate for everybody, but this is just a little random tangent down the stream of consciousness. You are, some of you all are empaths here. So that energy that you feel like, oh my God, like, you know, what if people are like, you know, like that paranoid, like, I can't tell people this because people are going to like talk about me, da-da-da. You could be picking up on someone's guilt for like running their mouth about you. And I'm not saying everybody is, but like you could definitely be the topic of conversation for some people. And then when those people come back around to you and they're telling you all their business, right? Meanwhile, they're going around telling all your business. And like, you ever had somebody like just like, I feel like they kind of like, they trade tea. Like they tell you a little bit about them, hoping that you open up and you say something about what's going on with you. Like they, oh well, you know, me and so we going through it right now, and like they give you just a little tea, hoping that you gonna tell, oh well, you know, me and so we going through it too. And like, oh yeah, we really, like, what's going on, girl? Just meanwhile, they sitting back like, okay. So it's not always happy over there. Yeah, the High Priestess in reverse with the Nine of Cups in reverse. You have to be careful what you say to people. And also, you know, don't be telling all your business. Okay, don't be telling all your plans, all your secrets. Keep some things to yourself, and especially when it comes to relationships, especially if you want that relationship to work out. Stop running to your confirmation. Stop running to your homegirl and telling them every time your nigga fuck up, every time your man wanna, you know, get in because all that's gonna do is make everyone look at them crazy. Like, and then if you stay with his ass, then they're gonna be looking at you crazy too. Like, I had a friend, she would tell me all the time when her and her boyfriend would get into arguments, and I'd just be like, girl, fuck him, and then she'd run back and get with him. So now it's like awkward because now you like, you know, I don't like his ass, but you still with his ass because all the shit that he done did to you. So I'm like, if you gonna get with his, it got to the point, she told me they had broken up, and I was just like, okay, so is this like a real breakup, or y'all finna get back together in a couple of weeks? Because like, I just need to know like how much energy I need to put into like this. Like, I was just like kind of like jokey but very serious, because like I'm not finna go on this roller coaster with you. Like, y'all break up every other day. Like, is this just like what happened? Did he not unload the dishwasher? And you start to just be like, maybe you are crazy. Knight of Cups here with this Two of Pentacles here. Yeah, you're moving towards, someone here definitely sees how tired and overworked you are, and someone here wants to provide some type of emotional support for you. You definitely have love here. You have someone here who loves you. It doesn't have to be romantic. Some of y'all are like, I don't have a partner. Okay, awesome. Some of you do. Awesome. But this Six of Pentacles in reverse with this Queen of Wands is like someone here sees how tired and overworked you've been. You know, you give and you get nothing in return. So it's like, you know, but then you have to open your heart to be like, okay, is this just another more insidious, you know, deceptive user? Someone who wants to come in with like this little gift and then like takes, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes people will just give you a little bit, like that trade and tea person, right? They'll give you a little tea so they can get more back. So just be careful. But I don't think this is like that with the Knight of Cups. I think this is somebody here who is genuine. And then we got the King of Cups here in reverse. So whatever is going on in your perception here with this Eight of Pentacles and this King of Cups, it's giving you need to change your perception of this person, though, because the King of Cups in reverse with the Eight of Pentacles, this is someone here who, interesting. We have the King of Cups in reverse with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse with the Knight of Cups. So maybe there was a situation that it started off real good. Page of Cups here with the Moon. Yeah. Knight of Wands and the Moon. Hangman here. You know what? You are coming to a moment here where you are going to need to surrender and just allow things to happen in its own space. The King of Cups reversed with the Eight of Pentacles. It's like you're someone who is having a hard time. I just feel like you just feel like very disinterested. This King of Cups of energy, like this is your energy. Yeah. Okay, Aries. So you definitely have love coming in with the Four of Cups and the Two of Cups. I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity here, because the King of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, it's like you're you're so tired and drained. I feel like you don't have anything to give romantically to someone here. Or you could be feeling like a coldness or maybe some type of possessiveness from a lover. Or you could be feeling like dirty offer, cyberbully. Somebody is very protective of you, and it may be kind of like a little upsetting to you. Like you're a very independent person here, and someone's wanting to come in and kind of like really, I feel like, take care of you. Like this could be someone who has some codependency issues themselves. You could have someone here who wants to, take on more than they should when it comes to you. Yeah, the Nine of Cups reverse. You've been very, very. I've seen you've had some spiritual blockages in the past, but this being lifted, the Two of Swords in reverse, you're still battling with some shit here. The Eight of Swords here and the Ace of Wands here. What you're not seeing is like these delays are directly tied to your beliefs and your feelings at this moment. If you don't believe that you deserve to be on top of the world, then you're not going to be on top of the world. The world it's not going to put you in a position here where you're going to sink. So it's waiting for you to get the momentum to swim, to sail, right? And you have it. You have it already. The Knight of Wands and the Four of Wands, you have great ideas. But you have this belief with this Eight of Swords in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, that maybe you don't deserve it. Maybe you're afraid of what people think, or you're learning to not be afraid of what people think. You're learning how to... Okay, I see this differently now with the Eight of Swords being in reverse, with the King of Pentacles in reverse. You're learning how to be a better business person, and it requires you to really put you have to put some limits in place here. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, you're going to have to, you can't take care of everybody. You have this material success and abundance that you need to make sure that you are focused on. So, as much as Man and all them need a coat, you can't go around buying everybody's shit when they got parents that got jobs that need to be taking care of their own kids. You know what I mean? Like, you can't go around and try to, like, you over here trying to invest in, I'm just using this as an example here. You know what I mean? Like, you could be someone you're so family oriented, you're so loving, you care so much about the people around you, but you need to have that same level of self-love for yourself. You need to make sure that your car is, running properly before you out here buying PS5s and toys and shit for kids that don't need shit. You know what I mean? Over here, trying to get, I'm not saying you are, I'm just using these as examples, These kids today, like, or it could be your kids, like, these little kids don't need all this shit they got. They need an iPhone, and you can barely fucking read. Girl, get out of my face. Go sit your ass down, go read a book some damn where. Talk about some you want an iPhone. You got fucking straight C's and D's. Get the fuck on somewhere. Bitch, you be lucky if you need what you need is a leapfrog. That's what you need. Go practice your spelling, because your writing is atrocious. That's what you need. These kids talk about something. I want a PS5. Bitch, me too. Shit. You want a PS5, but your teacher calling home every other day talking about something. You won't sit the fuck down. But you want a PS5. Girl, boy, go get in your room and go take a bath every night. When you take a bath every night, then maybe we could talk about that. When you could help clean your room up and keep your toys and shit together, maybe we could talk about a PS5. But right now, you acting very PS4-ish, refurbished. Go in there and clean that room up. Over here worry about stupid shit. Stability here is very important. Like, I feel like, Aries, you feeling on shaky ground here, but yes, I love this. Things are changing. Things are going to be revealed here. Are you good? You want to leave some people in the dust, though. The Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Six of Cups. You know, you have to put your foot down. Some of these people want to come to you with all their little sad sob stories, and you ain't got time. Look. I got. No, we not. Don't come over here asking me for money because you spent all your shit trying to buy clothes and toys, and now you can't eat. Girl, go take that shit back. And you know, when you tell people you're gonna boss up, people like, what is this? They want to hide the fact that they done fucked up their own money. And they want to come to you, but I ain't got it to give, baby. I ain't got it to give no more. You're gonna have to just figure it the fuck out on your own. Sometimes you gotta tell people that, and it's not to be mean, it's not to be cruel, it's to make them toughen up, because they cannot come to you every time something goes bump in the night. And like maybe you and your partner was having disagreements about this kind of shit. Like there's no way. Let's say you are a woman here and your mom and your family is always needing you for something here. You could have a partner here, this King of Cups in reverse. It's like, hey, like you do too much for your family. Like they need to understand on their own 2 feet. Like every time your mama call you, you know, I gotta console you because now you freaking out, you stressing out. How you gonna do this? She just got her hair done 2 weeks ago. Where the fuck was that same energy to get these bills paid? Why she talk about her life's gonna get cut off? Oh, this is not happening in my real life, because this is not happening in my real life. I'm just an example. I didn't seen some shit. Okay. You know, why they talk about something their life's gonna get cut off, but she over here with you know, nails, lashes, a new wig, talk about something her life's gonna get cut off. I guess you're going to sit in the dark with them nice nails on. Temperance in reverse here. Yeah, you need to be more patient with yourself. Oh, 13, 12, and 14. Okay, so this is big changes to you. Okay. You need to be more gentle with yourself. This temperance in reverse is telling me that you need to go slower. You need to allow this to really alchemize. The 14 here with the temperance is 12, 13, 14. Hangman, death, and temperance. This is transformative. That is a sequence. 12, 13, and 14. And this temperance in reverse, it's uncomfortable because it's growth. But allow it to happen. It's going to happen regardless here. It's just either you're going to go, you know, willingly, or you're going to go kicking and screaming. Because this is something that you've already manifested. It's just how you are perceiving the energies at this time here. You know, and also be careful with the drinking. Be careful with the smoking. Be careful with overdoing, trying to overcompensate during this time. You know, you're about to go through this big financial windfall, and, you know, you want to start buying everybody's shit. You know, it's like these Three of Wands. Expansion. Ooh, yes. I love this card. This is a great ending for this reading, because you're learning how to let people hold what they need to hold for themselves while not losing yourself. You're learning how to give to yourself as much as you give to others and not feel bad about it. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from this message, is your ability to give to yourself here. In this card list, that's just being stuck. This dirty offer, you know, it is people always constantly needing you to do stuff for them, but they're not being completely honest with you. And then the cyberbullying, to me, this is people who, they want to get online, they want to text behind your back and be like, Aries is over here being a bitch because they won't do for me, and blah. While they over here, they just bought a new car and all this shit, but I asked for $50 and it's just like, no, you asked for $50 last week and the week before that. When I gave it to you, you ain't say shit. But the first time I said, no, I'm trying to do this, all of a sudden it's a problem. But you walking around, they're walking around, you know, acting like their shit don't stink. Why are you constantly needing shit from me? You know? So that's what that cyberbullying is to me. And you're just going to be unbothered by it. Okay? So, divination abuser is behind this. So either you may need to not depend on tarot and other things as much as you have. You know, I'm not trying to kill my channel here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for your comments here. But remember that these are just cards, babe. Like, the power is within you. These cards are just a way to express what you already have within you. Don't give these cards that much power over you or over your situations in life. Tarot is for entertainment and therapy. I wouldn't say therapy, but you know, like, I like how Empress T44. I mention her a lot. If you haven't noticed, you know, she mentions, like, what's it called? Spiritual therapy sessions. And to me, this is all that is. This is just a good kiki, a good kakai with, our friends. And we over here, we just talking about shit. We over here just, just being messy and gossiping. Just don't take this too seriously. Don't take this to be like the end all be all. You know, just have fun with your life. Do not let tarot make you stressed out. If you are feeling overwhelmed or stressed and, you feel like these readings are creating more of a hassle, then it may be, it's good to take a break. Sometimes I take a break from tarot because it is heavy. It is heavy when you're constantly in that energy. So sometimes, as someone who does tarot, I need to also take a break from watching videos myself because it starts to get a little obsessive, okay? So be mindful of where you are in your energy and know that, I love you guys. And until next time, drink water, be safe, and peace.